Okay. Chapter 3 is focus on project manager roles and responsibilities. Okay, so this one will be in your coming test 1 question. Okay. It's a very short slides. In your answer, in your test, don't use bullet. Don't answer in bullet point. I won't mark. If I see bullet point, I see triangular shape, I see bullet point, I won't mark. In paragraph or in line, you need to explain your answer. Okay. Put in paragraph. In better way, put in paragraph. Okay. So these are the things I want to highlight. So for the basic level or entry level project manager, they have a little authority. They have little authority. So in our previous class, we introduced you 4 main characters for this module. If you can remember, first character is called sponsor. Second character called customer. Third one is project manager. The third one is called functional manager. Okay. We have been through a few questions, a quiz question on each one of it. Customers, they always in the external dimension. Sponsor until functional, they are called internal factor or internal things. Sponsors make decision. We have gone through a mechanism called stage gate mechanism. This is the gate. So who are at the gate is sponsor. Sponsor means your CEO, your GM, or the top management. Okay, and we have come through 4 types of decision at the gate. 4 types. First one, proceed without any changes, means according to the plan. Second, proceed with minor changes or alteration. Third one, you are not sure, you have no information or not enough information, so you stop, you on hold and get more information. Third one. Fourth one is the tough one, which cancel the projects. So these are the 4 very popular questions that are going to come out almost every year or every semester about these 4 type of decision. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so today, later in chapter 4, we learn about organization chart. So functional managers is somewhere in the organization chart. Project managers, you can see it as a group lead, project leader, and functional managers always tie with resources. Okay, so functional managers, they are the expert. For example, R&D manager, finance manager, they are the they have their specialties, a specific department to handle a specific function or specific department. All right, so they have production, they have Q&A, QA department, quality assurance department. So all these are under functional. So functional, they hold the resources. So you as a PM, you cannot go and direct contact with the resources. You cannot go and do the production floor and say speak to the operator and say, can you help me? Cannot. We have to go through functional managers. So you have to know your role and position in the project management if you are the project manager. Okay, so you are the middle person between sponsors and functional managers and also customers in some cases. Yeah, so these are the general concept. As long as you get the general concept, you should be able to answer most of the question for this module. So that's why on these slides, you see, he say that for the entry level project manager or PM, you have a very little authorities, right? So real authorities here is on the sponsors and functional managers. Sponsors, they make decisions or they supply you with the resources, for example, money, budget. Functional managers or functional management here is the expertise, the salesman or the equipment operator, all this. Okay. And the rest you read. So this is important concept. Project manager may not have any say in staffing of the projects, means he don't have anyone report to him. Okay. So here, project staff commonly report under functional managers. Like operator report to production managers, for example. Okay. Clerks or finance clerk report to finance manager, for example. Okay. All right. This one you read lah. So project manager or PM are not allowed to communicate with personal external to the company. It may done be internal project sponsors. So this one is just additional information. It's just to stress that PM actually you manage projects. You do not manage customers, right? All right. And what is the opportunities if you are elected or appointed as PM? Your role will be either promoted to become top executive, or if you do not, or you didn't manage to manage the project well, you will be demoted. Sometimes you will be fired after the projects, because it's a role that enable you to communicate and showcase your ability to the sponsors and functional managers or your colleagues. Okay, so it's opportunities. Either you do well or you do bad. Okay, go very fast here. The rest you read. Okay, so these are the resources. Every time we mention resources, they are referring to money, employees, equipment, facilities, material, and technologies or know-how. Okay, so you need to elaborate on all these resources depending on the scenario of the question. So we need to elaborate based on all these things. If your concern is on resources. Okay. Okay, so this is another highlight. Project manager, again, do not directly control the resources, except in some cases is the budget. Okay, so because you manage projects, you need to know what is the allocation of money. Okay, the rest is things. Okay, another word for functional is the word line. You can use, if you don't want to use the term functional, you can use the word line. Line manager also equal to functional managers. All right. Again, for this module, you learn as project managers and don't answer your question as engineer or engineering module. You need to answer based on management perspective. Okay. And for this module, there are no complex equation. They are all linear equation for this module. Okay, the rest you read. Okay, this is the latest or new breed of PM, because nowadays most of the graduates is having a degree in a certain area. So we expect you, when you have a degree level or bachelor degree, we expect you able to think critically. You have a common sense on things rather than you need to ask to do things, right? Okay, this one you read now. Read. Okay, so this one, as a project managers, obvious that successful project management is strongly dependent on, this one is from the perspective as a project managers. What is a successful project management? You work through good working relationship. Because of your position in the organization, your role is actually talking. Talk with people on the top, talk to people at below you or the functional level. So when you write answer in your test, don't use the vocal terms. Don't write project manager role is talk to top and bottom. No, don't write like that. Write in the good English or good grammar terms. So like for example, this one. Right? So good working relationship is the keyword in project management for the project manager. Then ability of function employees to report vertically. Vertically means like this. This is vertically. Report vertically. Okay, this is vertically. And this is horizontally. This is vertical, this is horizontal. Okay, for project managers, if the question asks about project manager, another word is called integration. One just now is communication. Another one is integration. Integrate means you coordinate and you try to exchange information within the company. Right? So in chapter 1, chapter 2, we have to cover what is the challenges, what is the gap, what is the hierarchy gap, what is the functional gap, and then what is the island. Okay, we have gone through this one. Okay, so your job is to reduce the island or the gap through integration. Okay, so your role is that. So how to integrate? Integrate is to develop a project plan. You share the plan, the project plan with everyone, with the project managers and the sponsors, so that everyone know what direction to do, what you're trying to do. Then also integrate to execute the plan. So you develop, then you execute the plan, and then to make changes to the plan. Of course, we try to avoid make changes after you started the projects. You can make changes before you sign contract or before you start. So again, your test one going to ask you the 5 groups process. Process. 5 process, you need to elaborate. Don't give point form. Write in paragraph. So I expect 5 paragraph in your test one. Okay. Okay, so these are the diagram for what is actually integration. Very direct. So you have input and output. Input is all this. Output is all this. So input, they can be the resources. So resources can be all this. Okay. Then the process. Then your output is product, services, and profit. This one you read. Okay. So if the question asks you how the interface management took place in a company, so these are the points that you need to mention. So where, you answer where does interface management happen is within the project team. How is between the project team and the functional groups. Is between the project team and the senior management, means the sponsors, right? Between the project team and the customer organization. So as long as you mention the 4 main character, how we do it, customer, sponsors, and functional managers, right? So this is for the interface management. We'll keep repeating all these point in the theory part. Okay, so for the first part of the project management is a lot of theories. Okay, Then the second part is more on the project, your prototypes or product development. That one will be more application. Okay, project manager role, this one you read lah. So you read. Okay, just now you say that you plan and execute, right? So what is inside the project plan? So project plan have all this lah. Definition, resources you need, the Gantt chart, the time, quality, reliable requirement, performance, and success. So again, important this triangular, time, cost, and specification. Okay, these three things. So as you can see here, all these 6 points here is elaborate from this triangular. Okay. So these are the things you done. This a factor. Great. Okay, so since chapter 1, I mentioned every time you see a table or chart, pay attention. Every time you see benefit, advantages, disadvantages, comparison, then you pay attention. So these are the points of project managers and champion. Okay, so what are differences is project champion is like Iron Man, like to do things himself. It's not a bad thing. It depends on scenario. And also it depends on the type of the organization that you're in, right? So for example, startup companies, most of the time in early stage, you are the project champion. You are the sponsors, you are the PM, you are the function manager, you are all in one. But as you grow bigger and bigger, your company grow bigger and bigger, you need to assign project managers to help you. Okay, so project manager will be the Professor X. He coordinate the team, right? So the points are there, the points are there. These are the comparisons between managers and champion. Okay, and if this question come up, I don't expect you to memorize all. So here got maybe eight points there. So I expect you to memorize 4 from here, 4 from here. So it means the question will be like, what is the differences between, you mentioned like something like in the project management, we often seen project managers and project champions. What are the differences between project managers and project champions? Mention 3 or 4 points or differences between the two. For example, this kind of question, right? Then you elaborate lah. You elaborate. Don't give point. You need to elaborate in line, right in line. Okay. So read a little bit more, then so that you know how to elaborate the lines. Okay. Okay, so we are done with chapter 3. Okay. So you need rest. Okay, we continue 10 minutes. We continue 11. Okay, continue 11. Who haven't signed? Attendance, please sign.